Hey yogis, this is practice number 2 on establishing a home practice. So as you see, I've got 2 blocks and I have a blanket in case going down on one knee needs a little padding. We're going to start standing today, different option from class 1. Separate your feet wider than your hips, put a bend in your knees and swivel your hips around. Make a generous circle in one direction. Take a breath in. And exhale it out. And then switch directions. Keep the knees generously bent as you breathe in and out. And now let's just do some arm swings. So turning your chest, keep a bend in the knees, let your hips swivel with the pivoting of the chest, rotating of the chest, slapping of the arms, just loosening up all the joints in the body. And now changing this up, again, keep a bend in the knees, drop the tailbone down, lift the chest up, and let your arms swing. One arm forward, one arm back, without trying to control it too much, just rotating the arm bones in the socket. Take a breath and exhale it out. Now we'll take a side bend. So lift your arms up, you can straighten your legs, and take a bend to the right. Your right arm can drop down and reach across, or you can clasp the left hand with the right. Coming back up on a breath in, taking it to the other side, exhale it out. Again, dropping one arm or clasping. Coming up to the top, bring your hands onto the glutes and a little bit lower than the glutes. Wrap the elbows in, roll the shoulder heads up for standing camel pose. And then you're going to do a forward bend, so make sure that your blocks are in front of you. Send your hips back, lower the chest, touch the blocks, bring them in front of your feet, drop the head, and stretch out your legs as much as you would like. Pulling the chest forward to flat back position, shoulder blades on your back. Breathe in here and exhale, forward bend. Bend your knees, stretch the mat between your feet, reach the arms out and up. And again, a side bend to the right. Exhale it out. Inhale, the arms come up and exhale to the side. And one more time, standing camel. Roll the shoulder heads up, draw the shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, sit the hips back, touch the blocks, drop the head, and stretch out your legs. Pull the chest forward, flat back position, and exhale, empty the breath out. Press your feet down and apart, bend your knees, reach up, and arms down. So in the first sequence, if you like a blanket to pad up a knee, put it in around the middle of the mat, and go ahead, reach up, and exhale, forward bend. Flat back position is the inhale. On the exhale, take your right leg way back, runner's lunge, put your right knee down. Take the blocks back underneath your shoulders, and wiggle your front foot forward. If you don't need blocks here, you can move them forward. Bring the hands to the thigh. So notice my back knee is behind my hip. It's not underneath my hip. So walk your front foot forward enough so that your knee is not directly underneath your hip. You'll get a little more of a stretch in the front of the right leg. Pressing your front heel down and forward, lift the chest up, knee over ankle. Knee trajectory is towards second toe. Arms come up, breathe in. As you exhale, open the arms wide. Lift the chest. Breathe in, reach up. Draw the belly back, open. We'll do one more like that. Inhale and exhale. Reach the arms up. We're going to go for a twist. Take your right hand to your thigh. Take your left hand to your sacrum. Roll your shoulder head open. Start to rotate your chest to the left. You notice I'm on the ball of my back foot. That feels better for my knee. You could be on the shoelace area, which requires a little more balance, and it's a little more demanding of the knee. So opening the chest to the side, if you'd like, you can add the arm. Keep it in line with your collarbone so you're not reaching too far back, too far up. See a line from collarbone right out the arm. Take a deep breath in and out. Coming back to the center, take your hands to the floor. You're going to come to all fours and then come to downward facing dog. So press your hands down and forward, stand on the balls of the feet, and lift your hips up. Take a breath in here. So pressing your hands down and forward, press your feet down and back like you're stretching the mat between what's on the floor. Long spine, so draw the top of your head towards your thumbs, bend your knees a little, and lift your sit bones up, and then lengthening out the legs any amount you can. Step your feet close together, come forward to plank pose, and then go back to downward dog. And go ahead, come to the knees, and we'll bring ourselves up to stand for side two. So bring one foot forward, hand to thigh if you like. Stand on the toes of the back foot to lift yourself up and step forward. Breathe in, reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Flat back position, inhale. This time, step your left foot way back. Set your back knee down. You can leave the blocks forward, bring your hands to your front thigh. Lift the chest up. Again, my knee is not directly underneath my hips. It's a little bit behind. I'm on the ball of the toes of the back foot. Front heel presses down and forward, knee over ankle, knee towards second toe. Breathe in, reach up, and exhale, open. Draw the belly back, lift up, and exhale, open. And one more time, inhale, and exhale. Going for the twist, arms up, breathe in. Left hand to the thigh, right palm to the low back. Lift the chest up, and then rotate your chest to the right. You can keep your right hand where it is, or you can bring the arm out to the side in line with your collarbones, rotating the chest and arm as one piece. Take a breath in and out. Bring your chest forward, hands to the floor, bring your knees together. This time you're going to take the blanket out from underneath you and come to downward facing dog. Move your blocks a little bit out of the way, downward dog. And again, you're stretching the mat forward with the hands, you're stretching the mat back with your feet. Your upper arms are hugging toward each other. Bend the knees, lift the sit bones up. See if you can maintain a very long spine as you start to straighten out your legs. And we'll come forward to plank pose. So bring your feet close again. Coming forward, you can always go onto your knees if this is too much. Otherwise, you're in plank. Long spine, firm the thighs, engage the glutes, and then knees down and lower all the way down. Locust pose. Put your forehead on the floor. You can take your glasses off, move the props. Legs are long on the floor, so you can walk each one of them out of your hip sockets. Reach your arms back and put your palms on the floor. Forehead on the floor. Engage your glutes. Press your feet down. Lift up your chest, your head, your arms. Spread your fingers, reach through the fingers. Keep your chin level. So don't lift the chin and crank the neck. Keep the back of the neck long. Squeeze the glutes, hug your shoulder blades together, and lower down. We'll do two more of those. Locust pose. Breathe in, lift up, Arms up, chest up. Don't lift the chin. Shoulder blades working toward each other. The arms are firm. Glutes are strong. And lower down. And one more time, locust. Press the feet down. Lift the chest, head, arms, not the chin. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Glutes are engaged. And release to child's pose. Press back. Child's pose, your knees can be close together. They can be wide apart. You can stay up high. You can be on the balls of your feet. If your knees give you trouble, you can stay up high. Your forehead can be on the floor. If it doesn't reach and you'd like a little bit of support, you can put a blanket under your head or a block. Arms can be forward or arms can be back, reaching by your legs. So lots of possibilities with child's pose. Coming up, we're going to go to camel pose. So you can pad up if you'd like. Bring your shins onto the mat. And again, I like my toes curled under. It just feels better on my knees. But you could have the tops of the feet on the floor. And once again, bring your hands to your glutes or a little lower. Roll the shoulder heads up. Hug the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart up. So my sternum is reaching up toward the ceiling. I'm keeping my chin tucked a little bit. I don't care for dropping the head back. It bothers my neck. Keep hugging the shoulder blades together, lifting the heart. And release. We'll take a twist, so bring your hands onto the floor. Knees under hips. Right arm comes up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, thread underneath. So you can rest on the temple. You could put a blanket under your head. You could put a block under your head if you don't reach the floor. Let your right arm rest. So finding a twist. Your left hand can be wherever it feels comfortable. It can be forward, pressing down and forward. It can be underneath your shoulder, pressing to increase the sensations of a twist. Take a breath in. And out. And now go ahead, unwind. Reach your right arm up, 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 up. And then put it down. We'll take a twist on the left. Left arm up. And thread it underneath. Reach far and then go down on shoulder and temple. Again, props as needed underneath your head. Right arm can be forward, pressing down and forward. Or the right hand can be underneath the elbow. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Counter pose. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. And put it down. We're going to come up to stand. So you can move the blanket. One leg comes forward, hand to thigh. Ball of the back foot, lift the back knee, and up you go. We're going to finish up today's practice with a balance. We've been working on balance for quite some time. And the parts of balance to remember are keep a little bend in the knees. Keep your legs active by pressing down and apart so the legs feel strong. When you lift a leg and you're balancing on only one foot, that leg is very strong, as though you're standing on a stair. You're pressing down on a stair to lift up. So it's that active. So go ahead, find your feet underneath your hips. And I'm just going to move that so it doesn't block the view. Feet underneath hips. Press down, press apart. Little bend in the knees. Zip up the core and put your head on top. As you're ready, cleansing breath in. And out. We'll simply march in place. So lift your right leg up, keep your left knee bent, make your right leg active, and as you exhale, put it down. Breathe in, switching sides, left knee comes up, toes are spread, active leg, and exhale, down. See if you can make your arms active too. Inhale, come up, so you feel strength everywhere. And exhale down, and inhale up, exhale exhale down. Do a few more like this, breathing in, coming up, breathing out to release. And inhale, arms are strong, legs are strong, and the core is zipped up. Head rests right on top. One more each side. Very nice. So you can continue to do that. I recommend putting a Post-it around the house that says balance now. When you see it, you take the balance posture. Let's finish with, let's do a bridge pose today. So come on down onto the floor. No blankets behind the head for bridge pose unless you know that you need one layer of padding. Put one block between the thighs. Bring your feet so they feel like they're underneath your knees. Press your feet down, roll the low back into the floor and curl up one vertebra at a time. Walking your shoulder blades underneath you, shoulder heads are on the floor. Pressing your feet down and gently trying to isometrically draw your heels towards your glutes. Lifting the hips, tailbones drawing toward the backs of your knees. There are a couple things you can do with the arms. One is bend the elbows and press the elbows down to lift the chest up. Another one is to take a hold of the sides of your mat, pull against the mat. That'll help you draw the shoulder blades underneath. And another one is to bring the arms underneath you, interlacing, pressing the arms down. Of course, the arms can always rest by your sides. Lifting the chest up, bringing the shoulder blades into your back, widening the collarbones, press the back of your head down. And then raise your arms to the ceiling and roll down one vertebra at a time, meets the floor. Remove the block. Child's pose on your back, split the knees and bring the knees toward their respective shoulders with a little bit of movement side to side. Let's take a happy baby pose to finish up. Perhaps holding behind the knees, holding onto the ankles, or holding onto the outer edges of the feet with your palms on the shoelace area of your foot and your elbows inside the knees. Feel free to do a little movement. And then the final part of the pose is to press your hips down so you reach your tailbone away from your head and you recreate your low back curve. And then releasing into resting pose if you'd like. Stay as long as you'd like. Or simply getting up to begin your day. All right, that's practice number 2. We'll stay tuned. Practice number 3 will be coming next week. Namaste.